Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Om Sadashiva Samarambham Sankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om. Wish you all a very, very, very happy Tamil New Year. Vishu, Bishu. It is Krodhi Varsha. After Shobhakratu, now we have the Krodhi Varsha beginning. So at the auspicious time, when there are many people around the world who look into auspicious things, we are looking into the most auspicious hymn to Sri Dakshinamurthi on this Sunday morning. So introduction to stanza 3. This hymn to Dakshinamurti is Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya's work. The commentary by Swami Chinmaya is available with our Chinmaya Mission publications, Chinmaya Vani. So we saw the Dhyana shlokas and then the first shloka of Vishwam Darpana. And we will see the stanza 2 today. Bijasyantarivānkuro jagadidam prang nirvikalpam punaha maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitya chitrikritam Mayaviva vijrumbhayatyapi maha yogi vayasvechaya tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namayidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namayidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. We have seen the first chapter, first verse, say that Vishwam Darpanam Idam. This whole universe that we see is a mirror. This mirror is an upward mirror, a mirror in our brain. This, the feelings that we have, the emotions that we have, what is it that we really want? The thoughts are being sent to our brain and those thoughts are being illumined by consciousness. And we see like how in the planetarium, we just sit on a chair and look up and we can see the whole sky. In the same way, this universe is a mirror. Darpanam, Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam. It is a very beautiful city that we see of what we have in our thoughts, in our mind. Pashyan Atmani Mayaya. Because of the delusion in our intellect, we see it as many. The physical body, the gross body, shows everything as many. The space on the opposite brings everything towards the one. So this is the difference between the perception of consciousness and perception through the physical body. So the previous chapter, we will be wondering how everything that I see is a mirror. How can somebody shouting at me be a mirror? How can somebody be fighting? I don't like fights. I don't want fights. How somebody fighting can be a mirror? This verse and the subsequent verses are an elaboration of what is being said in the first thought or the first verse. So, what is this universe? When we say Vishwam Darpana, what kind of a mirror is this? Bijasya Antaha Iva Ankuraha. When you take a seed, long ago there was a seed, there was a Goa fruit that was given to me as a blessing from the master, from the teacher. I ate the Goa fruit and I washed the seeds, I dried them and I packed them in a paper and I've kept them safely. So, Bijasya Antaha Ivaha Ankuraha. Now, what is being kept in that paper seems only some small tiny seeds. It's a bija. But inside that seed, there is a sprout. There is a small plant of the Goa tree inside. But when we cut open the seed, we cannot see that plant. Jagat idam, in the same way, this whole Jagat, this whole universe is prang nirvikalpam. Before it manifests, it was without any thought. This Jagat has got many vikalpas. It has got many imaginations, many thoughts. But before it was created, there was prak. Before nirvikalpam. It was as if there was nothing, there were no thoughts. Punaha, again, Maya kalpita desha kala kalana. This person who is Ishvara, Sri Dakshinamurthi, what he has done, he has created this whole universe, Maya kalpita. What is Maya? Maya is the upadhi or the substance that covers Ishvara. Ishvara is the Lord, is the Master, is the Creator, and his upadhi is Maya. Upadhi means something that he is covered with, but this upadhi, this covering, is not controlling Ishvara, it is in the control of Ishvara. Human beings also have an upadhi. Our upadhi is avidya. Avidya is vikalpa. Thoughts, many thoughts. Out of our incapability, we generate thoughts. What is the circuit of thought generation? We have many beliefs in us. This is good, that is good, this is bad, that is bad. I don't want this, I don't like this, I like this very much. Very strong beliefs we have. Based on those beliefs, thoughts are generated. Thoughts are modifications of consciousness which engage by creating certain feelings, and those feelings make us do work. We go out into the work, we gather impressions, we store the impressions, we think again, we get feelings, we create desires, we do work, we gather impressions. So this is vikalpa. Sankalpa is a one-time process. I want to achieve this. This has to happen. Because of that, I create a thought. That thought creates a feeling, an emotion in me. That emotion spurs me into action. I do the action. I achieve the results. And that's it. I go on to do something else that I choose to do. Sankalpa, the choice is with us. Vikalpa, we are choicelessly pushed into action. The difference is between enjoying something one time and being addicted to something. Human being, the human thought is addicted to samsara, addicted to this world of name, form, and change. We have no control over it. But Ishvara is the one who uses Maya, Maya Shakti, or the Sankalpa Shakti, the ability to create a thought. And because he has created the thought, he can remove the thought whenever he wants to, and he is not bound by the thought. Maya Kalpita, this whole universe is created by Maya. What all are created by Maya? Desha, the whole space. If we read books of Dr. Michael Newton, he has written books on the journey of the soul, destiny of the soul. The books are based on past life regressions. Dr. Michael Newton describes about past life regressions, life between lives, when people narrate how they desire something and so they choose a place. I want to become a great musician in Western music. So the city of France, the city of Paris, I want to go to this city. They have a vision of all that. Before even the child is born, as an adult individual being in space, they have a vision of the place as if they're describing, like in the language of computer screens or big mega screens on which they zero in and show the city of Paris. Is this the place you want to go? These are the parents you want. What has been told in our Shastras today, modern day psychoanalysis, past life regressions are bringing out the data of how the process is actually happening. Maya Kalpita, Ishvara creates with the help of Sankalpa or Maya. What does he create? Desha Kala. He creates spaces, he creates places, Kala, time, because of the modification of space, time, Vaichitri Chitri Kritam. He projects himself out into this world of universe, in this whole world, and creates a beautiful landscape. Vaichitri Chitri. Every morning, Ushas is a god. That god creates such beauty in the morning. 4 o'clock, it is very dark. 5 o'clock, it becomes into light darkness, a gentle darkness. 5:45, there is a burst of orange in the sky. 6 o'clock or 6:11, the sun rises like a thumbnail. So much of it's a motion picture that is around us. It is like a video screen, constantly moving images. Vaichitriya, Chitri Kritam. This whole universe is created, is the constant process of creation of the thought Sankalpa of Ishvara. In that Sankalpa only today we are having a new year. Tamil New Year or Malayalam New Year, Kannada, Tulu New Year. Many other places they celebrate New Year today. Some other places they celebrate, this is the Shauramana or the solar. Some people celebrated the Chandramana New Year or the lunar New Year some few days ago. Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kalana, by the movement of space, meaning the objects in space, and the movement of time, a lot of beauty is created in this universe. Vaichitriya Chitri Kritam. How does he create? Mayaviva, like a Mayavi. Mayavi is a magician. Mayavi takes a piece of cloth. He just rolls out the cloth. A pigeon is coming out. Vijrumbha yapi. Vijrumbha means it is like a big yawning. In the morning, the night is, everything goes to sleep at night. In the morning, the night yawns, a big yawn, and this beautiful dawn is born out of that. Vijrumbha yapi, Mahayogiva yaha. This universe is created by the Lord, as if a Mahayogi like Vishwamitra created this Trishanku Swarga. Because Trishanku is a Raja, Vishwamitra had a lot of power. He did a lot of tapasya. And there was this Raja Trishanku who was battered and bruised in this battlefield of life. And he approached Bhagwan Vishwamitra and said, I want to go to heaven with this physical body. So do you do a yaga for that? Then everybody objected to that. They did not allow Vishwamitra to do such a yaga because it is against the Shastras. The Shastras do not approve of it. So Vishwamitra says, nobody needs to do anything for me. Nobody needs to help me. I will create my own Trishanku Swarga. And he begins to create. And what happens? This Raja Trishanku is entering into that Swarga, his own paradise created in this whole universe. Indra is trying to push him out. He is not able to go into the world because he has ascended from the world, and Indra is trying to push him out. So that is why he is standing in that mid space. And even when some people now, today, when they are not very confirmed about what they want to do in life, whether they want to do this or whether they want to do that, whether they want to go here or whether they want to go there, we say they're all in Trishanku. We call them Trishanku because they're in Trishanku Swarga, neither here nor there. But this Mayavi Ishvara, he very clearly creates. He has got the power. Vishwamitra had the power then, but he did not have the power to control the other lokas until that point of time, because he had not yet become a Brahma Rishi. Mayavi iva vijrumbayatyapi. Even if the whole universe is yawning in front of us, opening its mouth with all its beauty, when we yawn, there is a cavernous space and hot air that is expelled. But when this universe, when Ishvara yawns, when Bhagavan yawns, this whole beautiful universe is created. It is a convex yawn of creation. Ours is a concave yawn of destruction. Maya viva vijrumbhayatyapi mahayogiva yasvechaya. Yogiva, like a great yogi, yaha swaichaya. This yogi is not being controlled by others. You do this, you do that. You create this, you create that. No. Swaichaya. Out of his own desire, out of his own will, out of his own wish, he is creating it. To that Dakshinamurthi, who is an Ishvara. An Ishvara is a master who has the thought called Maya under his control. And with that thought, he creates this beautiful universe. He creates a painting. He creates art. He creates music. He creates a good meal. He creates a lovely garden. Anything that we create, creating a university, we have a very strong thought that this should happen. These people should come. And we put that energy into the thought, and that is our creation. Then we become Ishvaras. But when we are subject to our thoughts, when we are mauled by our thoughts, when we are oppressed by our thoughts, we are Jiva because our Upadhi is Avidya. Avidya is ignorant thought. Ishwar Maya is realized thought. Self-realized thought. Tasmai Shri. To that Dakshinamurti, the Guru, I surrender. I worship. There are many verses from the Upanishads that can give us, that can throw some light on this verse. Bijasya antaha ivaha ankuraha jagadidam. Just like as in the seed, the sprout is there, but we cannot see. The Aitreya Upanishad says, Om Atma va idameka evagra asit nanyat kinchana mishatam. Before everything in this universe, the Atma alone is. Atma means consciousness alone is. Na anyat kinchanam ishat. even a little bit, there is nothing else. Like in the bija, what is there? Consciousness is there. And that consciousness is the cause for which the sprout happens. Sadeva Saumyam Idamagra Asit. The Chandogya Upanishad says, Sat Eva, only that truth, only that consciousness, Saumyam, Saumya, oh my dear child, oh my dear son, Idam Agra, before everything, what was there? Consciousness was there. In this universe, we have many causes, basically three causes for this universe to be manifested. What are they? Upadana Karana, Nimitta Karana, Samavayi Karana. Samavayi Karana is the raw material, like the mud is the mud in the earth, clay, is a samavai karana for making the pot. If you think this whole universe is created like a pot, in the beginning there is mud. That is a samavai karana. Then you need an upadana karana. Upadana karana is like the potter's wheel, a material cause. A material cause to put that mud and put it on the potter's wheel, and rotating that potter's wheel, then the pot is formed. That's the Upadana Karana. But now the Samavai Karana is there, the raw material is there, the potter's wheel is also there. We also need a potter to bring both together. What is that potter? Is the Nimitta Karana. Only when the potter comes into the play, we have the Samavai Karana and the Upadana Karana, and the Nimitta Karana will mix the clay with water, put it on the potter's wheel, spin the wheel, and keep touching the pot in such a beautiful way that a beautiful pot is born out of that process, and that is the Nimitta Karana. So all these three creation, all these three causes, when it comes to this universe, is that one Ishvara himself. How is that possible? How can one person be the mud, the same person be the potter, and same person be the wheel also? It is possible. If we don't take the example of a pot, we take the example of a spider's web. The Upanishads give this example, like Yatha Urnanabhihi. The spider's web, how is it born? It does not take something from outside, the dust from outside, to make the web. The spider from its own saliva brings out that material, that sticky material, which makes and with that it makes the web, and it creates its web, and it goes and sits inside that web. So he desired, and through thought, constant and powerful, he created all these. How is this universe created? By the desire of Ishvara, by the sankalpa of Ishvara. So kamayata, satapo tapyata, satapas tapva, idam sarvam asrijata, says the Taittiriya Upanishad. That Ishvara did tapas. He meditated, he concentrated, he focused. And after completing that focus, that period of focus, idam sarvam asrijata. He created this universe. Tadatmanam swayam akuruta. Taittiriya Upanishad. Tada atmanam swayam akuruta. He created his own self. Satchatyacha bhavatam. And with that, this whole universe was born. There are many types of vada, this creation, how this creation began, how this creation is sustained. So we have the Arambhavada, or people who say there was somebody who did this creation. Then we have somebody who says Parinamavada, like this milk, when you put this little bit of curd in milk and curdle it, then it becomes curd. And the curd, from the curd, you make it thin, you remove butter and remove the whey water, and you heat the butter and it becomes ghee. The same milk has become ghee, Parinamavada. And then there is the Swabhavavada. Everything happens by its own nature. The earth is existing by its own nature. Water is existing by its own nature. That is Swabhavavada. Everything begins from Brahman. Then you have the Shunyavada. Everything, nothing is there in this universe. There is nothing that exists in this universe. With the help of Maya Sahakari, with the help of Maya, Ishvara creates this world as if a juggler, a Mayavi, or a miracle man, a yogi, creates many things out of nothing. In the same way, Ishvara creates everything out of his own will or sankalpa. This stanza opens with a single example of an embryo in the seed and reinforces it with the example of the juggler and the yogi. So this is mainly done to avoid misunderstanding. We say there is nothing out of which this universe is created. Something cannot be created out of nothing. We cannot magically bring a child here. Even the magician who brings all this, those forms are not sustained. They are just thought forms. It is a magic show. In that magic show, the creation is only for our eyes. There is no reality in that place. When he shows somebody being cut and blood is dripping, that person who is actually lying down there is not suffering because it has not really happened. It is only a show. It is only a demonstration that is happening in that place. So this is a deliberate act to avoid misunderstanding. As in the case of tree seed, when the tree emerges, the seed is destroyed. A student might understand that the supreme existence has exhausted itself now. Now the seed is there, the seed has burst, and the tree has come in its place. And so in the same way, will Ishvara destroy himself? No. To remove this idea of modification, parinama, the example of the magician and the illustration of the yogi's creation are also given. The magician is not destroying himself to create something. The yogi is not destroying himself to create. He has got abundance of energy, and with that energy, he is creating something, creating this whole universe. So this is what is what are the different in this verse. The different philosophies are being analyzed. The philosophy of Charvakas. The Charvakas say in this universe, whatever we cannot see, it is not there. So we can experience air. So air is there. We can experience fire and heat. So fire is there. We can experience water and taste. So water is there, and we can experience the earth. So only 4 elements are there. And then you have the Kanadas and the Buddhists who call this, they are all the Kshanika Vijnana. They accept inference and direct perception. Direct perception is Pratyaksha Pramana. Inference is Anumana Pramana. Like the floor is wet in the morning and so it has rained at night. So that is direct, that is Anumana, inference. And then you have the Aptavakyam also. Sankhya, the people who say this whole universe is created by the combination of Prakriti, which is Pradhana, and Purusha. They are Sankhyas. They say, they also accept Aptavakyam. Aptavakyam means the realized masters who have seen the truth, they accept those. Then you have the Naiyayikas or the Gautamikas who accept Upamana Pramana. Upamana means comparison. Like a mountain, this is possible. Like a tree, that is there. Like the river, something can flow. This is Upamana Pramana in this universe. The Prabhakaras are the Mimamsakas are accepting this Arthapatti as a Pramana. Arthapatti is logical inference. You do this, you will get this. result. The Bhattas are another school among the Mimamsas who consider this pramana as anupalabdhi. Anupalabdhi means it is not there, we cannot see it. It is not available for our perception. So abhava pramana. Abhava means something is not there. It is a pramana, it is a proof that it is not there. Pramana is a proof. What is, can I see a chocolate here? No, I cannot see a chocolate because it is absent here. It is proof. Abhava anupalabdhi pramana as a source of knowledge. Then Vedantins, everything is a thought. It is not their thought. Logically, it can be attained thought. Then a momentary thought, direct perception thought, and then comparison thought, pramana. Vedantins accept all the above 6 sources of knowledge. The Pauranikas, the people who study the Puranas and the Itihasas, they have 2 more types of pramanas, which are Sambhava pramana. It has been mentioned in the Puranas, so it is possible. And then Aitihyam, Itihasa, the tradition has it there. The tradition has been saying all our like look before you leap is Aitihyam. It is a thought, whether the thought pattern is valid or not. It's a valid thought or an invalid thought. It is a pramana or apramana. It is because tradition says that before you leap, you look and you analyze. So it is a true and valid means of knowledge. It is a true knowledge that we can entertain. The Kanadas explain the world as a play of the 6 fundamental things or padarthas. What are the padarthas? Dravya means material. Guna is quality. Jati means a group. Like you have the metals which are classified. The taxonomy of beings in botany, jati. Then you have karma. Karma is a different types of actions. You have Vishesha, is a special quality. And then you have the relationship between the objects, which is the Sambandha. And the Sankyans describe it as 24 things, 24 different qualities like earth, water, fire, air, and space, the different types of pranas, the different sense organs, manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, and then you have prakriti and pradhana, 25 and 26, purusha or ishvara. So there are 5 elements, 5 pranas, 10 indriyas, 4 inner equipment. Together they make 24. And then in the manasa ullasa, ichcha shakti, kriya shakti, jnana shakti, purva yasmat sarvaha pravruttavyaha. The different types of shaktis. Everything is because of the play of Maya, play of the Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Jnana Shakti. So, what is the difference between Ishvara and Maya? Ishvara is the thought process. Let me do something. That decision is Ishvara, and the power with which Ishvara manifests the desire, that decision is called Maya. And this Ishvara, what is the capacity of this Ishvara? Yaya kartum, nava kartum, anyatha kartum arhati, swatantram Ishvara ichcham, ke parichetum iha ishate. This peculiarity of Ishvara's desire, ichcha, and this is so because Maya is under his control, while we are under the control of avidya. Thus, through Maya alone, the creation process can be satisfactorily explained, and even the final liberation, moksha, is also through the study of scriptures and the practice of meditation, is but an endeavor within the thought process of Maya. So, even when we want to attain moksha, we are only using the help of Maya for the purpose of attaining moksha. Even for engaging in this world, even for creating this world, only Maya is used, which means The thought process and the feeling process is used for creation of this world, for enjoyment of this world. The same thought process and the same process of feelings are brought under study and controlled for emancipation and liberation. So, with this, we will go into stanza 3 next week. Maybe this week, I may be going to Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Ayodhya during the last week of this month, and so we will blessed with that opportunity, and so we will take up Tripti Deepa Prakarana Vedanta Shravana Sadhana Yajna for 5 days from tomorrow, and we will complete the remaining 5 days after I return from Ayodhya. Om Sarvesham Swastirбhavatu, Sarvesham Shantirbhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हर नमः पार्वती पतये। हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम।